Good evening. Good evening. It is 10:48 a.m. Wednesday, December 27th, 2023. I was trying to go to bed, but obviously they're not going to allow me to fall asleep because they have to put on this basically red room torture show for all those who are a part of the secret augmented human society. Um, I'm still trying out this thing that I'm doing where this is basically an alligator clamp, copper wire, and well, this at the end is basically I think it's supposed to be tourmaline, but this is just something I'm trying out because remember all the times I mentioned how there's a fixed channel of energy or data that goes directly into the brain, um, coming at this angle. I guess you could say it's like a 45-degree angle. And what I realized is anytime I place my fingers on the exact spot where I feel the pulses of energy going through the skull, like I can feel it. So like let's say if I know I'm holding it up here, like if I could pinch it up here with my thumb, I could take my left hand and move it in between my head and my right hand, and I will feel like a little beam. You know, it's probably like really small. It's like a little thermal beam of energy, right? Like thermal. It's you can sense the thermal energy of it, and then it goes in one or two directions. It's either pulses going to the body or it's pulses going away from the body. A lot of times I guess I kind of figure that anytime I'm feeling a pulse, the pulse is leaving the body, that's them extracting data from the body. And anytime that there's pulses going to the body, that's them basically coding or encrypting or downloading some type of data or electrical impulse into the body. Because remember that the entire human body is basically an electronic device to them. According to them, the human body is basically an electronic device. And to artificial intelligence that's doing the brain mapping and the synchronizing and all these things, it's basically looking at humans as electronic devices. Now, it's funny because now as I start to mention how I clip this, I picked the hair follicles, I literally just took it and clipped it to some hair follicles that's over that same exact spot where I feel the signal going into. And then at one point, I remember when I first did it, I clipped it, and then I felt the energy traveling through the wire. I felt it actually take on the heat, as if like it may have intercepted some of the wave, but not all. Like it's in the path of it, so it's actually taking some of it, and then I would feel some of the energy come here onto here. Yeah, everything we need to know is in this beam here, because one thing I realized is that this beam here, that beam, not when it gets to here, but when it's probably about like right here, it branches out. Like it can literally like split off. It can split off into like other channels. It can split off, and then it like goes around the body, and then it hits whatever or inserts into whatever part of the body that they're trying to modulate. So I'm not exactly sure what area of the brain, this what particular area of the brain this is, but I just clipped some hairs that's close to that particular area where I feel the beam go into. I know the frontal lobes are like up like right here, but then I'm thinking, is that the prefrontal lobe? I'm not even sure, but that's where every single person walking this earth most likely have that it's right there. Everyone has that, I am certain that everyone has that. Because, I mean, you can't have full spectrum dominance unless you basically have everyone connected to the cloud, whether they want to or not. That's the only way you're going to have full spectrum dominance. You have to have everyone connected to the cloud. And I mean, when I think about all of the different dialogues they spelled, the remote operators mentioned over these past, going on 4 years now. Yeah, it gotta be 4 years now, because they made themselves visible to me, or they made me aware of their presence in September or October of 2020. This is just like a few months after everyone got shuttered in for quarantine. But and to this day, I got the same four remote operators, and I'm pretty sure they're working right here out of New York City. And I didn't have none of these. But I didn't have V2K. I could have been gang stalked for most of my life, but or not really gang stalked. I mean, because I don't know. Who knows? Because I mean, I just only know I've been made aware of it by, in September of 2020. But, now when I think about some past experiences, I'm like, yo, that could have been them trying to like steer me in a particular way, or try to see if they can get me, see if they could try to create a more favorable situation so that I'm more likely to make this decision, things of that sort. And, one of the main things that they love to do is, and I already got them all figured out, for the most part. Like, I know what I need to know at this moment. At this moment in time, I know what I need to know. Anything else more that I would need to know, God will reveal it to me when I'm ready to be able to, take in that information. But right now, what I already know is that God knows how long they have been recording information about every single person, right? Now, granted, we don't know how long they've been recording this information, but we do know that they have the technology that can basically, once they do have you connected to the system and you're resonated, they have your, your bio frequencies, your signature, your biosignature. That's what it is. Your biosignature. They basically decode everything. They have the AI basically like learn everything about you to the T, even the things that you probably haven't even fully understood about yourself yet, or how to learn how to control, your emotions, or even just the way you think, or even down to the way that you order your food. They got everything decoded by this artificial intelligence, which I've been learning over the past couple of weeks, that this stuff has definitely been going on far, at least as far as the maybe, I don't know. I've been hearing some things about there being this like the whole idea of artificial intelligence basically controlling large facets of people, or working on an agenda to basically sift out the unwanted to be human existence since 1994. But that I gotta go back into my notes for that. But speaking of notes, today I did some more searching and conversational chats with Chat GPT 4, and I found out that there are satellite based or rather there are satellite companies that specialize in providing, artificial intelligence services for brain computer interfaces. Now, when you think about like something that's satellite based, you realize it doesn't necessarily need to be something on the ground. If it's satellite based and anything dealing with on the ground, that's probably just to help increase the signal strength in case there's some interference as far as cosmic interference or atmospheric interference or something like that. You also have the other transmitters, cell towers, and anything else that can basically help make sure data doesn't get lost or data can continue to flow without any disturbances. But yeah, so they basically have at least, from what I found, is at least three satellite companies or three companies that have strong satellite resources that deal with brain computer interface.